Good morning, Dubai. It is Friday, finally Friday. This is the Lovin Dubai show with me, Casey.
And me, Massa.
And we take you through the big stories across the country. Talks underway to ease schooling costs for families in Dubai.
And the UAE purchased the most expensive Washington mansion on the market.
A UAE resident is on the Gaza aid flotilla and she shared drone footage of the attacks.
And Dubai mom debates sending her teen daughter on an international school trip.
In today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 28 to 39 degrees. Massa and I are dressed on brand.
Yeah, red and I just noticed.
And you've also got red and white. You're complete, like...
I'm complete lovin' today.
It's our uniform. We are loving who is not loving.
You know, we're just subconsciously doing this, because we're loving life.
And who is not loving?
Who's not loving? Lovin Dubai. And who's not loving Dubai?
No,
Oh my gosh, you were trying to segue.
I tried to segue.
Okay, that was dumb of me, honestly.
Speaking of awkward on social media.
Yesterday we were hit with some news, okay? It's not groundbreaking news, but it's just news, okay? Saint Levant and Nika, a lot of people consider them as a power couple, broke up.
Saint Levant is super famous.
Super famous, and people love him, and he's known for this. If you don't know who Saint Levant is, I'm sure you've heard the song Clementina.
I don't.
أشرت الكلمنتينة زي القطة. It's all over TikTok. So he's the singer of the song.
I just know he's famous, but I don't know much else. And I know he did a collaboration with Huda Beauty.
Yes, for the song in Clementina, it was to raise basically some charity money for Gaza.
Right. So we love him.
We love him, yes. We love him.
We don't know him, but we love his cause.
Yeah, we love his cause. He talks about Palestine all the time. And he's been in a relationship with this Nika. She's a singer as well, so they're both singers, and people love them together. They keep photographing them like this. They keep posting pictures like this. She's very beautiful. She's very nice. Her songs are good. So they're like power couple who started from nothing and then grew into fame together. And they do separate music. They don't do it together, but she is featured in a lot of his music videos. Cute. And this is what makes it super awkward. Now they broke up. But he recently released some songs, and she was part of the music videos, and most of his songs she's part of it.
Why is that awkward?
Because now they've broken up,
But like, how cool to make not for future relations, because the next girlfriend will be like, who that? Let's talk about that. But for that moment in life, like the music videos that I watched when I was growing up, it was always so staged, and they're always so promotional in a way. They don't feel very real. But if you're including the girlfriend, if you're including, you're making it real. You're giving people something to watch.
True.
You're giving us something to talk about.
You're giving us something exactly to talk about. And they announced it on Instagram, by the way. They posted a story where they said, we still both hold a lot of respect for each other, but we decided to part ways.
They announced the breakup?
They announced the breakup separately. So on her Instagram and his Instagram, and people are so heartbroken. You're like, they're a power couple, the most beautiful couple, the hottest couple, they've broken up. But this is the thing, If you're a celebrity, you're a singer, you're an artist, you're, an actor, okay, would you publicize your relationship that much where you have people talking, or where you have to have the announcement like that on social media?
I think it makes sense that they announced it because everyone knows they're together, and then you can't go to the next red carpet, and then you'll have all of the internet sleuths being like, they haven't been seen together for 7 months. They
unfollowed each other.
She's not wearing his ring.
Yeah.
All of that. So it makes sense that they announced it. Would I... It totally depends. It's easier to wait till the marriage to announce a relationship, because we've all been there. The deleting the photos.
And the awkwardness. Hey, we're broken up. It's so awkward. And just like how Sabrina Carpenter, when she broke up with her boyfriend, she used him in one of his music videos.
Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
Irish man.
You know what was so embarrassing? There are speculations that he cheated on her. Okay, it's still not confirmed. Yeah. What was so awkward is that the music video that she used him in is please, please, please don't prove them right, okay?
We got proven.
And got proven right.
I don't know about that.
Like she kind of manifested it.
I thought that relationship was a social media thing.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think it was both kind of very cool, kind of alternative. She was like up and coming, and now she's like everything, and he also in his way is super duper famous now. I don't know. I felt like that was a social media thing.
Anyways, best of luck to both of them, though. They're on. I think they're well.
What are you not saying?
I'm saying I think like best of luck to both of them, basically.
Yeah, they'll be absolutely fine.
They'll be absolutely fine. Yes.
And yeah, maybe if the internet commented less, they'd have less to do, but they wouldn't have had to do that. Anyway, let's jump into our top story of your Friday morning in Dubai. It's good news.
Because there are talks underway to ease schooling costs for families. So discussions began regarding new initiatives to make life more affordable for families with a focus on two key expenses, housing and education. So speaking at the Mohammed bin Rashid Leadership Forum, Aisha Abdullah Miran, Director General of Dubai's KHDA, acknowledged growing concerns shared on social media about rising school fees. In response, the plan involves
offering affordable education in exchange for lower land and building rents, reviewing school costs and operations, and providing cheaper housing for teachers to attract top talent. Moran emphasised that the goal is clear: reduce education costs without compromising on quality, strengthening Dubai's position as a global hub for world-class education.
These initiatives are closely aligned with the vision of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum to make Dubai the best city in the world to live, work and raise a family.
I think that will be music to the ears.
Yes.
Nothing confirmed yet, of course. It's just comments made at a recent session. However, I think it's been a bit of a talk topic over the last couple of weeks.
Yes,
we covered the story of Heli. She's a mum here in Dubai, and she has 3 kids in school here. And we spoke about this. She tallied up the cost, and it was going to be close to 1 million dirhams for that education for one child. And I think when you look at it, when you zoom out and look at like that massive bulk of money, I think it would be it is nice for parents to look at the possibility that there's being a review done on price of education here.
Yes, and looking at the comments under this post also, like a lot of people are very happy to hear about this news, that there are talks underway or they're considering. A lot of people mentioned that what other country do you have where people actually listen to what people are saying on social media and taking it into consideration? You don't have it anywhere else. So what a privilege it is to live in a country that listens. So it started with a woman that said, okay, it might cost up to 1 million. They took it into consideration. They heard it somewhere. Aisha was like, you know what? We need to discuss it in this form. So it's nice to see that people are acknowledging that we're praising this country. We're thanking them. This is recognizing our concerns. But
yeah, agreed.
But no, it's. I think a lot of people are happy, and lots of shares, if you noticed, also.
Lots of shares.
Lots of shares. So, would you rather have like more flexible plans for the parents, or just decrease, like installments, maybe, or pay at one go?
I think they have. I think if I was a parent, I would have a credit card that gives me lots of points, and I would put the education on the credit card.
Yeah.
And then, you know, even if my kids have to go to school, I can fly business class.
If I have more money,
I think there's a couple of options that allow you to do it in installments, even if the school doesn't. There are, I can't remember the names of them, but there are installment options.
Yeah.
Which would make sense.
And I know some schools also offer discounts if you have a sibling in school with you. So if there are two siblings, they have discounts as well.
And that's one of the big benefits of being a teacher here, is you get a huge discount if your kids go to that school. So I think that's one of the big pros of teaching.
Sure.
Along with the fact that you get to shape young lives. Let's move into our next story. A UAE resident is currently on the Gaza Aid Flotilla, and she shared footage of the drone attacks. Behind me you can see Dr. Zahira Sumar, a mother of 3, and she shared videos and harrowing details after several Gaza-bound freedom flotillas came under attack by Israeli drones.
Zahira set sail on September 14th alongside hundreds of others in an attempt to deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza. Last night, more than a dozen explosions were reported and harmful objects were dropped on at least 11 flotillas.
Despite these threats and intimidation, including warnings from authorities to sink the boats, the mission continues to set sail for Palestine.
And the flotilla organizers shared this message. This intimidation tactics come on the very day UN member states are calling for stronger action against Israel's genocide. The massive resources poured into stopping a humanitarian mission only highlight the malicious intent to keep the Palestinian people starved.
I want to give you a bit of a background as to what's going on currently with these aid flotillas and what we know so far. So according to PBS.com, since this has happened, Spain and Italy are sending Navy ships to where the boats carrying these activists who are trying to break Israel's blockade of Gaza. So there is some, I guess, support there. The flotilla is made up of 52 small vessels. There's activists from dozens of countries, and they're carrying symbolic amount of humanitarian aid, mainly food and medicine, for Palestinians who don't have access to these supplies.
And also, I feel like if more people want to know about the experience of people that were on the flotillas, he's an activist, Yusuf Omar. He basically documents his experience and he posted it on YouTube and Instagram. So if you want to see how the experience was like and what happened, you can also watch it on Yusuf Omar's page.
Yeah, and I think these flotillas are doing a really good job of bringing further attention to the plight of all Palestinians. This is actually the largest attempt at the moment to break the blockade of the Gaza Strip. And Israel is saying the blockade is needed to prevent Hamas from importing arms. However, majority of critics consider this collective punishment.
It is collective punishment.
This is a Sharjah mum, by the way. She's a mum of 3. Her name's Dr.
God bless her.
Exactly. And they were attacked by drones 2 nights ago. And luckily there was no injuries, but there's 52 small vessels trying to bring medicine to people who need it. They were attacked.
And I see it as a threat. It's heartbreaking to see people that are holding humanitarians and aid to people seen as a threat. So this just goes to show that it is, and it's confronted as a collective punishment. So innocent people, a mother of, just like her, a mother of 3 children that's leaving her 3 kids behind, putting herself in danger just to give aid to people in Gaza, is seen as a threat.
It's also a massive awareness piece that while we said that there's a symbolic amount of aid on the ships, it also ensures that the world continues to pay attention. So thank you to every single person who's on those boats and doing this incredible work. It's so important that we continue to talk about Gaza.
And just like how one of the biggest activists and one of the biggest speakers said, like right now, the situation, your moral compass is being tested. So how you do it, how you discuss it, how you publicly talk about the situation, this is where you're being tested. This is how the history is being written. So it's a really big thing, but multiple flotillas are going on and there are a lot of coverage online, and I hope they stay safe. I hope they come back safe, but their efforts is being recognized, and I hope she comes back safely.
That's Dr. Zahira Zumar, and you can see stories directly on her page as well. Let's jump in to our next story. We're talking about expensive houses in the US.
So the UAE purchased the most expensive Washington mansion on the market. The UAE has just made headlines in the US property market. So according to the Wall Street Journal, the government purchased a 21,000 square foot estate in McLean, Virginia for $27.5 million. And that's about 100.9 million dirhams. So the sale isn't just big, it's the most expensive home sale recorded in the Washington area so far in 2025.
The UAE is no stranger to prime real estate in the US capital. Reports show how the government already owns at least 21 properties in Washington, D.C. There's a collective value there of about $200 million. The latest purchase highlights the UAE's continued investment in high-profile, strategically located properties abroad. I have to ask you, Masa, I just want to go back. So that's 100 million dirham. You can see this house right here.
Dirham, yes.
Okay. I want to show you a 100 million dirham home on the Palm Jumeirah in Dubai, and I need to change my Beirut settings from 60,000 dirham. I'm gonna flip it from rent to
Dream
buy.
big, you know.
1 bed to whatever beds it'll give me. So I just want to ask you, if you had 100 million dirham, would you go for this type of Washington pad you can see behind me? Or are you looking more
You feel isolated in the woods. I like it, though. It just has a nice vibe to it. Anyways, yeah. Or,
okay, I've got one here. 127 million for this one. Is that 120 million? I don't.
Where is this?
We've gone to the Palm because we think that's where. Ooh, look at this one.
Oh, wow.
I've actually seen this before because I spent some time perusing Palm properties.
Oh my God, I like the outdoor area, the front yard, more than the indoor.
Okay. I want to show you like the front so we can really. Okay, 136 million. House on the beach. Casey's going to clean her screen for these types of exercises. Or Washington.
You know what? I would love to have like Okay, now I'm considering two options. Either like a home where I would live for the rest of my life in, so that could be an option, or a summer house.
Summer house in Washington?
Because the house is so nice. It feels
I don't
super
think
isolated.
so.
It feels super isolated, okay? And then I feel like this area is all for you. You can have your walks into the woods. I like it. It's reminding me of Beverly Hills.
Okay, you really like this one.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive fan. You know, one thing I think is like, if I could have anything in a dream house, it's an uninterrupted window.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
What's an interrupted window?
So, and I'm serious about this. See the way these windows, there's like 4 black bars.
Yeah.
Get rid of those black things in the middle.
Ah.
Just give me an uninterrupted window.
What do they call it? Floor to wall.
Floor to ceiling windows.
Floor to ceiling windows, yes.
I think those black things in the middle are so unattractive, so I actually don't like this house. So no thank you, Washington. I'll stick with my Palma Jumeirah.
We'll just have either Palm Jumeirah, Emirates Hills, so many options to look for. Emirates Hills.
I've walked through there before.
It's so nice.
Have you walked through it?
I used to
have you been in
have
a
a
house?
friend.
Have you ever been in a house in Emirates Hills?
Yeah. Back when I was in university, I had a friend that lived in Emirates Hills. Honestly, her house was very nice. Yeah, it was nice. To drive up into Emirates Hills is an interesting ride.
Why?
So many beautiful houses. It's like,
Yeah.
I want this, I want this, I want to go here, I want to go here.
In case anyone doesn't know Emirates Hills, so Palm Jumeirah is world famous as prime real estate in Dubai. Emirates Hills is a very mature neighborhood, massive villas. Like, you're not getting in there unless you've got a friend. Unless you know a place. And but they are massive mansions and they
Beautiful
are
properties.
phenomenal. It's because I used to live in Springs and we were able to walk in the back.
Ooh, so you can see it.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it was
God.
like rich by proximity. But they were phenomenal.
Very huge, very big, and they're not, a lot of communities, they tend to have like the same type of housing and same type of, same looking villas. Like, phase 1, for example, has a similarity,
Exactly.
like blue, and then phase 2 has white, for example.
Yeah.
But no,
Completely
for them, it's
different.
completely different. Every house is unique.
Yeah.
And this is what makes it so nice.
And so no cookie cutter, it's all different. And
Yeah.
I think that's where I'd like to live. Okay, let's jump into another story about school in Dubai. And this is causing a bit of debate online, so we would love your thoughts on it. Nina Ali, the elegant, the beautiful Nina Ali of Real Housewives of Dubai Season 1 fame, just showed she's like every other mom with the latest post on social media. It's school trip season and her daughter's school has proposed a trip to Italy. And naturally, this is sparking a little bit of family debate.
So her daughter Sophia, who's 13, is all in. She even she made cards to convince her mom on how important it is for her to go. But Nina admits the idea gives her anxiety. She's fine with Sophia's going on residential trips in the UAE, which are about 30 minutes away, but 7 days overseas in Italy feels like too much.
So, a question to you, the audience. Is 13 too young for an international trip? Or is it the perfect age for adventure? Or is Nina, as she calls it, a helicopter mom, which is like a mom who's like always around and just wants to be involved? We've put the question to social. Nina's also getting a massive response on her own post.
I think, no. 13 is too early to travel overseas. No.
I think the majority is going the other way, depending on...
No, it's too early. I think, okay, maybe above the age of 16, maybe considering it. But 13, no. I rarely remember the trips I went to when I was 13. No.
So it's your no. There's no leeway.
No negotiation. No.
So, but could you imagine, put yourself in the position of a parent who, Nina actually said, kids in the school go younger. It's not like the first trip isn't at 13.
Yeah.
She said there's international school trips for kids younger than Sophia. And now Sophia, obviously her classmates are going. She's making all of these nice cards with Italy and stuff, and she's putting it all together, just giving it to her mom. Can you feel for a parent in that situation? And how do you think they would respond? Would you have any leeway? for your 13-year-old
I would say, I
journey?
would ask the schools, why are you considering international flights and trips at such a young age? If it was older, above 16, 17, then I'd say, okay, it's good to consider. But at the age of 13, which is about 8th grade, it's too soon, too early for kids to go on trips like that. And that's the thing, this is what happens. So if another parent does agree, like her child will feel left out or will hate you forever for not allowing her to go on a trip.
I would be so jealous. So just opening it up to Nina's comments. So some of the highest comments, generally the top comments might go to someone who's a verified tick and they've responded. So that's why we're seeing these comments. But another housewife has jumped in, Chanel Ayan. She said, let Sophia go. Taj, who was her son, went to many countries and the teachers in Dubai are really safe. Louise Nichols said, Leo, who I guess is her son, went to Borneo aged 12.
Whoa.
And they did like proper labour and spent one night sleeping in a hammock. She loved it. Oh, sorry, it's her daughter. She loved it. I didn't love the washing afterwards. And she was sent without a phone or anything and she was totally fine. Without a phone.
Whoa.
YOLO.
Whoa. What would you do? Like, okay, if you agree to send your child to Italy, okay? Or like any country abroad, a trip that's abroad. What do they have to do to get your approval?
I'd let them go.
You'd let them go?
I let them go.
Nothing? Like no chores, nothing?
My
No
mum
good
was very-
grades?
My mum was pretty relaxed. I went on an international trip with friends when I was like 6 or 7 with their parents, fine.
Ah, okay.
And then our first school trip, the only international school trip we had was we were 16. I think like it's nice to debate forward and back and probably recognizing what a massive privilege it is for a 13-year-old to be able to go on an international school trip, because I imagine it's very pricey. So there's that element of like, yeah, okay, you need to do a summer job to pay for it.
Yeah.
But freedom in a controlled setting is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And my mum was pretty relaxed with us, and most of the trips that we wanted to do, we did them.
You did them, okay.
We got to do them, and we didn't act out with like, I think if you hold kids back too much, there's a lot of acting out. Now, 13 is young. 13 is young for the school to allow it.
Yeah,
so
that's the
I
thing.
think like 15, 16, 17, okay, but I nearly wish that the pressure wasn't on the parent to have to make this decision, because 13 is quite young.
Exactly, and having to make having your kid to look at other children and their parents saying yes and approving, it's not a nice feeling. That's the thing. The first international trip that was introduced to me when I was at school, I was 17, and it was to France. And the thing is, my mom agreed, my dad didn't agree. My mom agreed, okay, but it was so pricey. It was so expensive for just one person. And this is where it comes into question. It's like, I know when it's school trips, when it's group trips, especially that's related to school, they're supposed to be a little bit more affordable.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is where the issue happened. Like a lot of people did not agree because of the price. But maybe 17 is the appropriate age, but 13, I think it's too young. And having to reduce it because you have levels of strictness, you have levels of values and beliefs and things that parents do. So I think it's too early to introduce it. And if you say no, your child will hate you forever. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, true. So back to the school. Airway Dentist Dubai, our school is taking 10-year-olds.
Whoa. God. I will not send my 10-year-old child on a trip, no.
I'd feel hard on the parents and also the teachers, the level of responsibility for taking 10-year-olds abroad.
And imagine it's like 10 people all together, and they're all 10, and they're all running around, roaming around, because they don't have like an idea how they can never know how dangerous it might be. And they just want to have fun, and they feel like their parents are not allowed, they're not around.
But even at that 13 age, because at 13 you probably don't know yourself well enough yet, so you might be susceptible to
exactly, to danger.
What's going on? Blue Diamonds 20, no, you were not wrong. I didn't even let my girls go on overnight trips with Girl Scouts. She will appreciate everything you say no to later in life. Believe me, I have 4 daughters, and they said, we now all get it, Mom. Yeah, I think when we get older, we get it.
You know what,
we
I got
understand
it,
it when we get older. At what age did you start to understand it?
After I graduated uni.
Yeah, I was like 20-something when I was
after
I
I
get
graduated uni. I'm like, you know what, I get it.
Apologies for everything we put you under. I understand.
Yeah. And I always look back at myself back when I was at school, and I say, thank God, like my parents were super strict, but sometimes I always thank God. I'm like, you know what, it's good that they stopped me from doing certain things. Or maybe even if I put myself in situations, I feel like I was protected from God because of my mom's prayers.
Oh.
Like, I avoided so many situations or being put in a specific situation that could be harmful to myself. So now I realize it. So I'll publicly thank my mother for that, you know.
No, it's so true. And I think like Nina is strong to bring this conversation forward.
Yeah.
She calls herself a helicopter mum, but at the end of the day, she's just concerned. And regardless
She's a
of the
concerned
outcome, I
parent.
don't know if Sophia's going to get to go on this trip, but she will thank her mom later for her love. That is the end. What a lovely note to end the show on. It is Friday, which means it's time to start your weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday morning. Thank you, Massa.
Thank you, Casey.
Have a beautiful weekend. Bye-bye.